probably been pretty even winning games there versus losing, and we enjoy going there. It's an easy drive. We get to skate at home. We get to sleep in our own beds the night before, and that's always a plus.
Are rivalry games more fun just because there's a sense of familiarity and maybe a little dislike or whatever, even if off the ice
they're definitely more fun. When a team like the Islanders come in, or the Sabres, something like that. They're a team that you never see. Like sometimes you don't even know any of the players who are on their team, and just because you never play against them. And so yeah, rivalry games are so much more fun. You get up for the game, you get excited before the game even begins to get out there and hopefully beat that team, and getting familiarity with the other guys on their team. You know how hard it is to play against some of their players, and when you know how hard it's going to be that night, you step up to the plate and you enjoy that challenge, and I think that's one of the best things.
Like you and Getzlaff, Team Canada stuff and all that. Can you kind of turn that off during the game, or do you chirp at each other?
Yeah, I'm going to play them just like I play anyone else. I'm not going to be necessarily like doing cheap shots on him or anything like that, like I maybe would with some other guys, just because I dislike some other guys more than I dislike him. But I'm going to play him just as hard. I'm going to hit him. I'm going to finish my checks. I'm going to do whatever it takes to win the game. But at the same time, I was friends with him at the Olympics, and he's a good guy and he's an unbelievable player. So I have to respect that. But yeah, it's just another game.
Do you see a lot of pairs in off seasons in London?
Yeah, I see him quite a bit. We golf basically every Tuesday together. So yeah, I see a lot of them. He's better than me.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been golfing for longer though.
You'll catch up.
I'm catching up. Yeah, but yeah, he.
Now, do you want to cheap shot him because he's such a kind of abrasive?
Oh yeah, he
Getzlaff's one thing, but
yeah, Getzlaff, they're different players in that sense, where Perez is going to try to get under your skin and do stupid things after the whistle to kind of piss you off, and so I know he plays like that, so I'm doing the same thing back to him. And the one thing too is skating with him in the off season. You learn a lot of things watching him just in practice. He one-on-ones and stuff like that, he's so good, and his hands around the net are so good. So I know how good of a player he is, and I think he's out this game coming up, but still he's a great player, and when we play him, we have to pay special attention to him.
What's different with that team since the last time you guys faced them? They've got Kessler, they don't have Timu anymore. Is it really different? Or?
No, not really. I guess they kind of replace each other in a way. They're not the same player, but we've seen a lot of Kessler, and he kind of takes Timu's spot in a way, like he puts pucks in the net. So he's definitely better defensively than Timu was. But at the same time, he's not as good a scorer as Timu was either. So I don't know. He comes in that spot, and I think he fits in real well with that team. He's a good two-way hockey player. The guy we saw a lot in Vancouver, he kind of does those same things that Perry does after the whistle and tries to get under your skin. So we know what he's all about, and we're ready for it.
Can I ask you about, Drake, how much has he kind of helped you guys stay competitive since you guys have had these defensive issues with the guys being out and so forth?
Well, I don't really know what do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, I haven't had the full complement of defensemen, so how much has he kind of helped you guys get through this?
Well, obviously, he's just doing what he usually does. He didn't do anything different, really. He's just making the saves when he has to, and I think other defensemen are stepping up to the plate with some defense out, and guys are playing well, and that's really it. I don't think he had to do anything different than he usually does. He just makes big saves when he has to.
He's faced, I think, the most shots in the NHL almost up to this point. Is he one of those guys that is better when he gets more action and more shots and that kind of thing?
Yeah, I think so. I think all goalies are, though. I think they all want as many shots as they possibly can get, because it keeps them in the game when they go through those long lulls where they don't get a shot. It's tough for a goalie. So, yeah, he definitely wants to get more shots than less, I would say. But, we're obviously thinking the opposite.
You guys are a few games into the regular season now. Are you starting to hit your groove, hit your stride, so to speak?
Yeah, I think we probably played our best game of the year against Vancouver, actually. We played really well, beat them pretty badly, and if we can continue to keep playing like that, I think we'll beat a lot more teams. But we still got a lot of work to do. We're still not at the point we want to be. We obviously have some key guys out of our lineup, but we have other guys stepping up to the plate and taking their position. So we still got a lot of work to do, but we're on the right track.
Drew, isn't that a wonderful feeling to have, even though you have players that are injured? It's wonderful to know that you can get better as time goes on, and you have some of your teammates coming back.
Yeah, without a doubt. We've always known the depth we have on this team. We have 4 lines that can play, and we have guys that can be put in different places if the guys need to, because they're hurt. So we have a lot of depth on this team. We trust everybody. We believe in everybody, and we have confidence in the entire group. So it doesn't matter who's playing. We expect to win, and we expect to play well.
Will there be any carryover from last year going into the game tomorrow night against Anaheim?
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously they're not too happy they lost to us, and went to 7 games, so it was pretty up in the air going into Game 7 who's going to win that game. So they definitely are not going to forget that, and they're going to try to beat us tomorrow. But at the same time, we're prepared for the challenge as well, and we're going to want to beat them just as bad as they want to beat us.
Drew, you talked about last game being your best. What made it the best? What was the difference for you guys compared to earlier games this season?
I think we came out hot, which we haven't been doing lately. We came out and scored, I think, 3 in the first or something like that. And when you get team on their heels right off the bat, it kind of takes the umph out of their team. And they didn't have it for the rest of the game, and we were able to control it from there on out. And we let them get 1, but it's not like they had a lot of chances or anything like that.
One of the things I noticed was it seemed like your puck support and breakouts was a lot sharper, a lot better than in previous contests. What's your thoughts about that?
Yeah, that's one thing we've been focusing on is being good in our breakouts, getting pucks up to our forwards, and joining the rush as D-man. So it was a good job last game. We can still improve in certain areas, and we will.